That's the first one we're talking about is actually the liver, which has to do with the emotion of anger. And Rabbi Nachman does speak about that. And the Rambam also speaks about that. It's basically when it's in balance, you're creating, you have a vision, you're planning, your decision making is clear. But when it's off balance, you get stressed out easily. Your neck tightens up, your shoulders tighten up. You get a tendency to clench your jaw, grind your teeth, and you might become irritable and prone to even temper and headaches. So I see that a lot, with patients that come into the office. They're saying, I'm so stressed out, I'm having rib pain. I had a patient that came in and he was dealing with rib pain, and his mother just passed. He was angry about it.
Right, suppressed stuff.
He was suppressing it, and it became, when you suppress the anger, it becomes depression.
Right.
So he was depressed, he was having this pain, he didn't know how to deal with it, and basically with the acupuncture, we're able to move this Qi stagnation.
Got it.
The famous diagnosis is liver Qi stagnation. Like we said, dis-ease, right? It's not moving, it's not flowing. With the acupuncture,
it's not flowing the right way.
It's not flowing the right way.
Correct.
Yeah, it's
Because fire is good. Fire is passion. Fire is energy. But if it's not flowing the right way, it becomes inward, and you're cooking inside.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Exactly. So that's we see that, as well as other disorders such as, for women, menstrual issues, lower abdominal pain, and so forth. So some of the tips that you can do to help with it, obviously acupuncture is one of them. Herbs is another part of it. There's herbs that help with the liver flow, with the Qi flow, to regulate the flow. You also have...
does that lead to heart, because it's fire, would lead to heartburn and stuff like that?
So yeah, there is an aspect called, which I'm going to get to when we get to the stomach, but there is an aspect of the liver overacting on the stomach.
Got it.
So you have a situation where you're so angry, you're so stressed that it's affecting your digestion. You get abdominal pain, you get indigestion, your constipation, all sorts of stomach issues. So the way to keep it going and keeping the flow moving is incorporate vigorous exercise, like you always talk about.
Right.
Running. For this type of person, he needs more of a vigorous exercise rather than just relaxing or yoga type of thing. He needs more of a movement, boxing, things like that. Another way to help it is certain foods that you eat. Green foods, sour flavor foods help with the liver, help nourish the liver.
What hurts the liver? What would hurt it?
Alcohol, coffee,
obviously,
sugar.
Anything more makes sense. Anything you can't keep on lighting the fire. Obviously,
right?
Caffeine, sugar, alcohol, just you keep on lighting it. It needs to calm down.
Right.
Interesting. And obviously, the emotion of the main spiritual issue of anger is definitely control. If you have an issue with control, you're gonna have an issue with anger. So that's on the spiritual issue. To heal, you need to give up control to God instead of thinking you're in control. Because losing control leads to anger. So you could see a lot of in my recovery center, you'll see when there's anger, there's always an alcohol addiction. And there's always some kind of, I've lost control in my life. And that led to that. So that's what we have to keep the fire. We got to keep the fire in heaven, not keep the fire inside of us.